In this video we're going to look at tilting beams and planks. So it says here, when a beam or plank is placed on two supports and a force is applied to either end of it, then the beam or the plank can start to tilt about one of the pivots. And the key thing here, if a beam is just about to lift off a pivot, then the reaction of that pivot will be zero. Okay, we're going to look at one example on this. First of all, the first part is before it starts to tilt. It says a uniform plank PQ of mass 40 kilograms and length 8 meters rests horizontally on two supports at points S and T, such that P to S is 2 meters, S to T is 3.5 meters, and T to Q is 2.5 meters. A child of mass 30 kilograms stands at the center of the plank, so that's the same place as a mass or the weight of the plank acts. Find the reactions at S and T in newtons. Okay, so the diagram we have got here, you had your length of plank, which was 8 meters long. PDS was 2 meters for the first support at S. And so I've got RS going up there, and then another 2 meters to the center. And this 70 here, this 70 is because we've got the child and the weight of the child and the weight of the plank acting in the same place. Okay, so only two things we can do here, then we'll resolve vertically and then we'll take our moments. So we'll do the resolving vertically first. Resolving vertically, I'm going to have RS plus RT is equal to 70G. And we'll have to come back to that. Then I'm going to take moments about S. And remember, I'm doing clockwise is equal to anti-clockwise. So clockwise, I have got this force going clockwise. So that would be 70G times 2, and anti-clockwise I would have this force, which is going to be 3.5 times RT, the reaction at T. So if we just divide across then, so we have our 70 times 9.8, 70 times 9.8, and then times 2, which gives me 1,372, and then I'll divide that by 3.5. I get my reaction RT is equal to 392 newtons. Okay, we're going to sub that into this up here then. So I should have given that a name. I'll call that equation 1. I'll just say sub into equation 1. So that means RS will be equal to 70G minus the RT, which is 392. So my reaction at S is 70 times 9.8 and then minus the 392, and that is 294 newtons. So we've got our reaction at T and our reaction at S. Next part of the question says the child now moves towards the end Q, so it moves over this direction, and then the plank is on the point of tilting at S. When the plank is on the point of tilting, state the value of the reaction at S and T, and then calculate the distance of the child from Q. So a new diagram is needed here. Always situation changes, always do a new diagram. So that's what your diagram is. Now notice that this bit here, first of all, my child has moved over this direction. So once it goes to the right of that T, or when it goes a certain distance to the right of that T, the thing will start to tilt. So that's what we're going to have. And to exaggerate, I've sort of moved this away, but you can see my my support S, it's as if it's sort of lifting off that support S. So I've just moved that away just to exaggerate that to a certain extent. But we will, first of all, you can say your RS equals 0 because it's about 0 newtons as it's about to tilt from there. We'll resolve vertically, and resolve vertically, and you're left with just RT is equal to 40G plus 30G, so 70G, and then we'll work out what that RT is then. So 70 times 9.8, and that is 686, if I can read my calculator right, 686 newtons. Okay, right. I'm going to mark on another wee length onto this thing because it's going to make it really easy. If I have this wee length, so it was 2.5, so it's going to be 2.5 minus x is that wee distance there. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take moments about t. And again, I'm using clockwise equals anti-clockwise. I could have taken moments about any point. That's the easiest one. So clockwise, I've got this force. So clockwise is going to be 30g times, whatever I've just said, that was 2.5 minus x. And anti-clockwise then is going to be this moment here, this force times this distance, so 40g times a 1.5. And then a wee bit of working out here, lovely wee equation. If we just do that out, so that's just going to be 2.5 times a 30, that's going to be 75g minus 30gx is equal to, and then 40 times 1.5 is just going to be 60g. Let's bring all the x's across to the other side, so we're going to have 75g minus 60g is equal to 30gx. Clearly those g's will disappear, and also that's going to be 15g is equal to 30gx, and then you're just going to have 15g divided by 30g, so 15 over 30 equals x. Wee bit of working out, lovely. X works out to be 0.5 meters. Is that what we were defined? Let's just check it. Calculate the distance of the child from Q, and that is at my X. I had drawn it there, distance from Q, so it is 0.5, and there we go. So big thing is when you when it was on the point of tilting, it was going this way. Bear with me a wee second. Let me redraw this just to show you had it been tilting the other way. So had it been tilting the other way, apologies, right, okay, let's have a wee look at this, how we could change this then. So say this thing had been going the other way, and we wanted it to be tilt the other way. The child then would have to have been all the way over here, and what that would have meant there still would have been a reaction RS, but to exaggerate then, this one will disappear, and to exaggerate, and this is the way I like to draw it, just put your pivot down at your support down a bit so you can see that it is lifting off, but this reaction here, RT then, it would have been equal to 0 if it was going to be tilting the other direction. And then again, when it got a certain distance, we'll call it y this time, a certain distance from that end, that would then, closer it gets to P, the more likely it's going to tilt. So there's a certain distance where it's just on the point of tilting, and that's what it is.